Let's start with the chapter 6, food quality and safety. Now, the very first thing is importance of food quality and safety, why it has gained importance in our lives. See, with changing lifestyles, eating habits have changed. People prefer to eat outside their home. Food is prepared in bulk and handled by many persons commercially. Also, food is prepared many hours ago, so if it is not stored properly, it will get contaminated. Safety of processed food and packed food is important issue. Quality of packed spices and condiments is also important. There is a long gap between the processing and consumption of bulk food. Hence, safety management of food is important. International traveling, human immunity, antibiotic resistance is also important concerned issues with the food. It is the responsibility of every country to ensure that imported foods are of good quality and safe to eat. So all food manufacturers are required to meet the safety standards. What is food safety? Assurance that food is safe to consume and will not cause any harm to the consumer is called food safety. Let's talk about the toxicity. Capacity of substance to produce harm of any kind. Example, toxins produced by bread mold, toxins contained by shellfish is called toxicity. Hazard, probability that harm will occur if the substance is not used in a prescribed manner is called hazard. Example, overdosage of medicine. C. Hazards are of three types: physical, chemical, and biological. Physical hazard: any physical material not found in food normally causes the illness. Example, wood, stone, hair, parts of pests. Chemical hazard: chemicals which are added in food intentionally or unintentionally, example in the form of pesticides, preservatives, stabilizers, food colors, etc., are called chemical hazards. Biological hazards: living organisms, example microbes which cause the diseases like infection and poisoning. They are called food-borne pathogens. Example, Salmonella bacteria present in the food contaminated water and causes diarrhea. Next, what is food infection or poisoning? It results from ingestion of live pathogen organisms which multiply in the body and causes disease. Example, Salmonella. It enters in human body through raw milk and egg and therefore infected the food handler who does not wash the hands. Through this food handler, very many people who will eat food from this food handler will get infected. It doubles in host body in 20 minutes, causes diarrhea, fever, abdominal cramps. Food intoxication. Bacteria produce harmful toxins in food when it is not hot enough or cold enough. Example, Staphylococcus aureus. The organism exists in air, dust, water, throat, nasal passage of human beings. Carrier person contaminate the food if he touches it. Symptoms are diarrhea. Next, adulteration. Intentional or accidental addition of cheap unnecessary ingredients in a food which will affect its quality is called adulteration. Example, tea leaves are adulterated by dried, withered, colored leaves of any plant. Food standards. Let's talk about the food standard. Standards are required to ensure the food quality during the production, service, good hygienic services to facilitate the trade between the countries are called food standards. There are four levels of food standards: company standards, prepared by a company for its own use. These are copied national standards. Example, in hospitality business, set of standards are there for the staff. National standard. These are issued by national standard body. Regional standard. Regional group with similar geographical features like EU, European Union. International standards given by ISO, International Standard Organization, and CAC, Codex Alimentarius Commission. What is PFA? It is Prevention of Food Adulteration Act. In 1954 it was enacted. It was enacted by Government of India to keep a check on adulteration. All the food products sold in the country or imported should fulfill the requirement according to this act. In addition to this, other acts are FPO, Fruit Product Order, Specification for Fruit Products, MFPO, Processing of Meat under the license. This is called Meat Food Product Order. Vegetable Product Order, Specification for Vanaspati, Margarine, etc. Voluntary Product Certification. BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard, gives voluntary certification for processed food. ISI, example on Bisleri water, milk powder. This gives an added value to the product. It introduces the product globally. Next, International Organizations for Food Laws. There are three basic international organizations: CAC, Codex Alimentarius Commission, International Organization for Standardization, and WTO, World Trade Organization. Let's see what is CAC, Codex Alimentarius Commission. The body consists international standards to protect the health of consumers is called Codex Alimentarius Commission. ISO was International Standard Organization to promote the development of standardization activities. WTO was established in 1995 to help trade flow smoothly, fairly, settling the trade disputes. Let's talk about effective control system. This consists of two parts: food inspection and analytical capability. Food inspection is to ensure food is produced, handled, processed, stored, distributed according to the regulations. Food inspectors are appointed to keep a check on food production. Analytical checking or capability is laboratories to carry out food analysis, microbiological, physical, biological analysis of food. Next, Food Safety Management System. This system is required for the control of pathogens, chemical toxins in food chain, which can be ensured through GMP, Good Manufacturing Practices. This is for manufacturers or processors to take steps for product safety. Control of false labeling, contaminants prevents consumer to take harmful food products. GHP, to take steps which will minimize the contaminant risk in food from farm to store and to consumer hands. HACCP, Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points. This provides assurance about the food safety. Hence, it is an approach to food manufacture and storage of raw materials. It involves identification of occurrence of hazards in each step of food chain. With this, we have finished our 6th chapter. Let's meet with 7th chapter. Okay. Till then, goodbye.